your attention the picture of you that was going around the internet? With
Yeah,
the
I did.
sideways?
I did see that. I just wanted everybody to know I was cutting up with Tyler Holt, our first base coach, not doing anything else. And that's just one of those. He dodged. Y'all, I guess they. I didn't know if they explained it or not, but he didn't want any part of a nothing ground ball, and I trashed him. Well, I think there are a lot of teams that are not playing this weekend that are very talented, and we feel very fortunate to still be playing. We had obviously a tremendous weekend at the University of Georgia, and we know that it's certainly not going to be any easier at a place that has literally been up there at the top in many areas of college baseball. And LSU has great tradition, and certainly Florida State has great tradition. So it's setting up to be a very exciting super regional.
Will you go Drew, CJ, and Connor if necessary?
Yes. Yes, same rotation. And just hope that the weather holds up. We're getting some horrible reports of what the weather's supposed to be like over there, beginning on Friday. So,
There's some discussions that they might move game days or times around if necessary, or is that just down the road discussion?
that is a good question, because if something was to go over there and just settle, I would think that they would have to do something if it was going to go into like Thursday of the next week. Well, the World Series starts, if I'm not mistaken, on a Friday or Saturday, and I just don't know how that would work out. That's definitely over my head.
Does it feel like the approach wants to be, let's keep doing what we did last weekend in Athens, or do you have to reset and kind of go a different course against LSU?
No, I think our young men know exactly what we need to do to get it done, and that is just play aggressive baseball, play like we know how, just not give the other club extra outs, things that we had done too many times in the months of February, March, and April. And it's just so gratifying for us to see our team play up to their expectations. Let's hope that can continue.
Does it feel like that was a more natural approach for this team? You kind of maybe taking the reins off of them and just letting them go out there and just swing the bat?
Well, we've done that most of the year. It's just that most of our problems were not offensively. It was defensively. We did have I thought, very good pitching staff. Pitchers don't like it when you give extra outs.
JC talked about kind of the different kind of mentality, obviously, this time of year, that win or go home. Have you kind of seen that switch click with them, knowing that, if they don't win, they're going home?
I've said from day one that this is a very competitive baseball team that we have, and we lost some games in which some of the leaders, I'm sure, had something to say about it. And it teaches the young guys the importance of doing the little things in order to be successful. So I was very pleased with the way that our guys approached this past weekend, and certainly the way we approached the ACC, other than that one hiccup we had.
You said the offense hasn't been the problem for a lot of the year, but you still have to be pretty impressed with, you knew how good that Georgia staff was and what your offense really did all weekend against them.
Very pleased with the way we approached that ball game offensively. That credit, of course, goes to Meat. He did a great job of preparing our guys to attack in ways in which we hadn't before, and that's certainly easier said than done. The players did a great job of responding to the instructions that they got from Mike.
What was it like seeing those 4 guys hear their name called yesterday? Drew Mendoza, JC, Drew Parrish, and Mike.
Well, we've said from day one when we got here that the program is about, number 1, getting your degree, and number 2, professional baseball, because we know that's everybody's dream. And I'm very pleased that those young men are getting a chance. Certainly to be drafted in the rounds that those 4 were drafted in, it's a little bit more than just a chance. They're sought after. There'll be some other guys that will get a chance, and I'm anxious to see what happens today with the draft.
Coach, how do you prepare a team to play in a place like Alex Box Stadium, and what will that experience be like?
I wish I could say we have prepared for that. I don't know how you prepare for it. Their fans are really impressive. They show up in droves. It's a very loud stadium. It's a mentality of us against them, and they certainly outnumber us. But we're excited about being put in that environment, because I think our guys are not the least bit intimidated, but yet it will be something that many have never experienced.
You personally got drafted, Mike Salvatore especially. I mean, going from a guy who wasn't really on radars last year to, I mean, where he got taken yesterday. Just how much has he meant to this team this year, and what's it like to see him kind of turn his career around like that?
Michael reminds me a lot of guys like, well, different positions, different athletes, but Jeremy Morris was an outfielder. He came to work every single day, and he always had the same approach. Buster Posey, a catcher, pitcher, he comes to work and he works hard every single day to get better. I could go on and on and on and on, but Salvi is just like that. He's the same guy day in and day out. He wants to get better. He never complained when he was moved from short to second. He never was complaining when he moved from second to short. He was just a guy that loves to play baseball. He loves to play baseball. And those guys are not exactly easy to find these days. They're guys that enjoy the game. But Salvi was here yesterday when we were working some pitchers out. He was taking extra BP. That's Salvi. He loves to play.
Was Meade able to figure that out when he was recruiting Mike, or is that something you really don't know until the kid arrives on campus that he has that attitude?
You could see a few of the traits, but you could not see that strong desire to win, to make those around him better. He's a special player.
You personally looking forward to getting to LSU? I mean, outside of Omaha, matchups between Florida State and LSU can be kind of rare.
Oh, I don't think that as a coach, you're ever looking forward to playing anybody, because in baseball anything can happen. We know that LSU is a very good baseball team. I happen to feel we're a very good baseball team. We're excited to still be playing, so we're anxious to play the games.
You mentioned anything can happen. When you have a young team like this, I mean, go on the road, is that maybe sometimes, it sounds counterintuitive to go on the road, but could that be a good thing for a team to?
Had we not played in places that were very difficult to play in, I would say, yeah, I'm very concerned about that. But we've played in tough environments before. We have not played great, but we learned all the way back to the first trip to Florida when we had a 6-run lead and let that get away. These young men have adjusted. They're not the same as they were in late February and March and April.
The players can talk about last week not feeling the pressure, kind of embracing that underdog role. How do you kind of keep that mentality as the tournament gets deeper and the stakes get bigger?
I think our guys just want the opportunity to get to Omaha. We have that opportunity now. Our job is to just work hard, knowing that we know what it takes to win. Can we execute those?